I got smoke for Inez talking about something. There's no cooperation without partnership. What? I go to work and cooperate because I don't want to get fired. Doesn't mean they giving me a profit share for me cooperating. It's what's a part of like I've never heard anything like that. You absolutely can cooperate. My students cooperate with me, or else they're gonna get an app. Like I don't see why partnership is required for cooperation. I don't see it.
The power dynamic between a boss and employee and a teacher and student is not the same as in a relationship, right?
It's similar. It's similar,
But
actually.
similar is not the same. And I think that's kind of like where it kind of gets into. If we're talking about submission, then yes, absolutely they're more similar. But if we're looking at cooperation, because that's not the same dynamic as submission, it's not.
Thank you for your response.
I want to know before I get to the next question, what was wrong with me saying like companionship? I just agree with Dr. Steele. What isn't about companionship?
That's your buddy.
He's getting to watch the movie. I'm getting to watch the movie. We're having a great conversation. How is this not an equal exchange?
Is this a dude
Wait, hold on.
If you said somebody said Netflix, or did
If we're okay, wait. If we're okay with that, then why do we need marriage? We should just be happy without marriage. It's just
companions, right? So I'm agreeing with Dr. Steele. So we're sitting here talking together, and we're just companions as far as nothing intimate. We're just friends with each other. We're sitting here watching a movie together.
No, don't get me started.
If that's what a man wants, but if that's what a man wants, and he says sex is not an intimate thing for him, don't be getting mad at him when he having sex and his heart is not into it. I could do that without having my heart into it.
We didn't. I went to sex at the question. I don't even know how sex got into this conversation. I clearly said no sex.
Eugene still put it in his whole comment. He did that.
I went and modified it, and I said sex companionship. So he's getting companionship, and she's getting companionship.
Well, I think guys like companionship too, with their penis in the vagina.
So that's not right. So to me, I'm having a conversation. What is equal is if we're both sitting here together and we're talking, or we enjoy each other's company, and we're both enjoying a movie together. That to me is an equal exchange.
Well, I hope you find
men and women can't be perfect.
No, right. I do understand men, but understand me is called a boundary. Like right. Have access to your vagina. Understand that.
Exactly.
Because you're a companion, you can watch a movie does not mean you have access to my body, my dear.
Shan, these men are misogynistic. Stop talking to them. You're wasting your breath.
So I want to make that very clear. Every guy that you watch a movie with, every guy that you go wherever with, does not need to have access to your body. Stop thinking that's just that's an entitlement. Like you're not entitled to a female's body. You're just not.
So why am I here?
Hold on.
Watch the movie.
Period.
Wait.
Hold on. It's the same that men can't sit down. Are you guys? They're so shallow that they can't just sit down and enjoy.
Don't do that to us. Don't call us shallow because we like vagina.
Do you know what the problem is, man? Do you know what the problem is? Females want to enjoy the pleasure of male company and act like it's okay to be doing that in an intimate space and normalize that when it's actually not okay.
She wants to sacrifice.
What if we do it in noon, daylight?
You can get smashed.
We're on opposite sides of the sofa, and like how do we make this? So please let us know, Mike.
I was gonna say there's a reason. There is a reason women used to get chaperoned on dates. Okay, like. There's a reason for all of this in society. Occupying an intimate space with a man, we are still animals. You understand?
Okay.
And then the funny thing about it is that women like to walk around in their like pajama pants with no.
Well, I say tease them now.
What?
With that thinking like that, they just walking around like that.
No bra, but I can't get no ass. No bra, but I can't get no ass.
Talking about, oops, I dropped something. I'm finna drop something. Oh yeah, baby.
I told you from my last week that same energy of men can't help themselves. Women are hypergamous. by nature, just like you are sexual by nature. She's
Yeah.
hypergamous. She doesn't even know she is until she gets in a situation where it's just
Yeah,
not going down.
I agree.
You're hypergamous, so you can't speak on. You can't be praising one and then knock the other one down. It's both nature.
Well, what does hypergamy have to do with me getting ass because I came over to your house?
No, I'm just making it very clear because the same people who
I'm obviously the one who won the hypergamy game.
Control his sexual drive. Well, guess what? She can't control the fact that she's hypergamous.
Absolutely,
that's
agree.
great.
How many married eligible men have y'all met? Y'all asked us that question. I'm curious. How many married eligible men have y'all met?
I ain't gonna lie, it be me. Oh, it's so me.
What, Shan? Wait a minute. No way, she just confessed.
I'm a complicated creature for sure. Listen, I will take it. It is me. I don't know why God made me this way. It's me.
All right, so
and I don't like it, but it's me.
So you're making the case even more that when a man just got to deal with a
everybody
woman,
though. That's just me.
You think you really?
There are a lot of women though. There are a lot of women who are single who I've heard who say dating, and I'm just going to speak to the Atlanta metro area, not speaking anywhere else, that it is hard in those streets to find a person they want to marry.
That's because they hard in their heart.
I don't know that they're hard in their heart, right? Like, okay, so let me answer the question. I think there are a lot of marriageable men out there, right? I think that there is no shortage of men who are marriage material. Now,
I agree.
Does that necessarily mean that this man who is marriage material that I'm vetting, that I'm getting to know, is the man that I want to marry? I think that's where that kind of divide kind of comes in, right? Does he make a great husband? Absolutely. But do we work well together? Do we want the same things? Do our definitions of important values align? I think that's where it gets to be more complicated for women, where it's not just find the man who's ready to get married and build a life together. Women don't really function like that, and so it takes that
Can
vetting.
you rewind that statement and say it over again, because I don't think they get that part. Can you?
Yeah, I will say it again.
A little slower.
She does not want me to repeat it.
No, it's not that. It's Shan. It's Shan. Shan, you just told me not to be idealistic, but I'm hearing from.
But she.
No. Wait. Shan. Okay, you just told me not to be idealistic, right, and be realistic. And then I'm hearing from a woman who said I can meet a perfectly good man. Nothing's wrong with him. I just don't like him.
For me, okay,
because that's not the ideal man for you.
Listen. Yeah, and Nas, please repeat that statement, because this is the issue in which he is speaking on for me. And not to take away, I come across some great guys, but please say that statement one more time.
Well, I think he got it right. Like, I think that's it. There are so many men out there that are like marriage material, but I think with the issue that a lot of women are finding is that they're not finding the man that they want to spend the rest of their life with, right? And I don't think it's idealistic, not on men's part and not on women's part, right? At the end of the day, if we're going to sit here and talk about having healthy marriages, having marriages that are longer lasting, that are more fulfilling and satisfying to people, it takes being picky, right? And we can talk about, like, fantasy land and all of that stuff, but it really does take being picky. If anybody could just marry anybody and it would work, the divorce rate would not be what it is, right? Like, if we're going to really have that conversation, it doesn't work if you just pick somebody. There has to be shared values. There has to be shared definitions. There has to be shared goals, because those are the things that create satisfaction. Those are the things that create, submissive and leadership relationships. Those are the things that give you the 50-50 if that's what you're looking for, right? It takes being picky to do that. And I think, to what Trigger Mike was saying earlier about the chaperoning, it wasn't just about sexual repression until marriage. It's also about assistance in terms of vetting of, like, are you asking the right questions? Are you seeing things from a more neutral perspective, right? People were pickier in the past than they are now. I think people are too lenient with how they're looking for a partner now.
Can y'all tell me, like, one thing you eliminated a guy you felt was marriage eligible for? I'm just curious, like what things were
You said
eliminated.
what now? What was your question again?
One thing that you eliminated a guy that you felt was a marriage material guy. What was one of the things you eliminated him for?
I could not even I can't even kiss him. Better yet, even think about a sexual relationship at some point. Like,
and that's because you're not attracted. For many women, for me, I'll say, if I'm not attracted to you,
Okay.
then
I know eventually now we can go without I can sit here and like, buddy, we get married, but
All right. So to Inaz's point, what you said is that's technically correct. Everything you said is correct, and that's what needs to happen. But the issue in our society today is that women don't submit themselves to that process. So everything you said about finding the correct man with the correct values, that's where most women are stuck. So y'all know that Erykah Badu song that says, "A man that knows something knows that he knows nothing at all." That is talking about a man and the game of life. In the dating game, they're talking about a woman that knows something or knows that she knows nothing. That's the way women need to submit themselves to finding a man. The reason why y'all used to get chaperoned is because we are the dominant ones. Me and this Yves Saint Laurent cologne and this gray beard descend upon your ass. If I'm your type, you won't be able to control yourself. That is biologically true. Every woman has a type. Hold on. Every woman has a type, and for that man, you will do unthinkable things. That is why y'all used to get chaperone. Women do not submit themselves to the process; they submit to their desires. That's true. That's the fundamental issue here.
Look at Mike showing up.
Are most of the men y'all attracted to marriage minded though, or the marriage minded type of men?
Sometimes they don't go hand in hand.
That's fair.
I will say, for myself, they are, and it shows up, because I've taken so much from the men in my life that I do trust. I've learned to kind of notice those yellow and red flags sooner if they're not, and so it doesn't get past an initial conversation or two to vet out whether they're marriage minded or not.
You're right. I see that.
So just real quick, the definition of satisfaction: fulfillment of need or want.
Back to the other question.
Fulfillment of need or want. Again, y'all always tend to do this thing where y'all say y'all know what y'all need, but y'all don't want what you need, and then try to figure out why you can't find anything. It's not my fault.
Need and want, though, right?
Let me see. Let me go right back to it.
Not or.
Oh no, it said or. Fulfillment of a need or want. It's a decision. What do you want? Are you going to be satisfied with what you need, or are you going to be satisfied with what you want?
So is he going to be satisfied if he needs a good woman, but he's also satisfied if he doesn't get sex?
First of all, wait, hold on. Let's deal with one thing at a time. You just told me, men didn't say this. Women said this. Mm-hmm. There are marriage material men that y'all don't want. What satisfaction are you looking for? Your desires or what you need?
Well, people need so for example, the husband that Inaz needs may not be the same husband that I need. We're two very different people. Our needs are different.
But you just said,
I could be running into men that may be great for Inaz, who are marriage minded, and she could be running into men that may be great for me.
No, not marriage minded, marriage material.
Marriage material.